Good morning, KD.
Good morning. Hi, Nalin. Hey, Mayank. Hi,
Good morning.
Hi, Kiran. 1 second. I'm just putting a post in the group, sir. Okay, shall we get started? We have got demos to finish, sir. Shall we get started? Ready? Okay, done, sir. Just a second. I'm sharing my screen. Let's get it going. Do you see my screen share?
Yeah, KD.
Okay. So yesterday we were doing a disk conversation, right? So today we'll continue the disks conversation. And then we will talk about blob, file, queue, table, the different types of storage. So majorly first disk, because everything in and around disks will finish. Because understanding disks is very important, because disks are directly or indirectly connected with virtual machines. So, okay, with that, I'm on the portal already. And yesterday, I think you already saw how you need to go to a virtual machine, create a new VM. Inside the VM, you can add a disk, you can remove a disk. It's completely your choice. Okay, let me. Just a second. Okay, so resource group created. Just a second, I'm creating one VM for our play area. Just a second. Yeah, just a second. Okay, sir, I'm back. No availability zone. I'm picking South India as area nearby. No availability zone. No infrastructure redundancy required. Windows operating system. Rest all you already know. Done. Finished. All good. Disks tab, I'm making it, making it HDD, or if you want to make it SSD, your choice. Networking, advanced. delete public IP and nothing else. Management. I'm making it manual updates. That's at least one VM we have. This is monitoring, so we can add the disk and play around. At least one VM we need for adding disks. Okay, done. So VM is getting ready. Give me 2 minutes. Now, see, yesterday we were talking about disks concept, right? So today, let's step ahead. Let's go a little more ahead and talk about two types of disks. I'm bringing the slides. Just give me a second. Yeah. Okay. So who all did not see it yesterday? Just a quick overview. We completed virtual machines. As you know, we completed, again, there are a lot of pending things in virtual machines still, but majorly how to build a VMs and all that. That stuff we have finished. Okay, after that, we started talking about scale sets. We also talked about containers, level. So those discussions are done. Now we started talking about storage. In storage, we have IaaS and PaaS, two types of storage technically. So disks come under IaaS and files come under IaaS, and blobs, tables, queues come under PaaS. So this is what we are covering. And right now we are still talking about disks option. Okay. And then this all is built on a very big storage setup that Microsoft has across their data centers, huge servers, huge volume of hard disks that we can't even imagine how many, some lakhs and lakhs and lakhs and crores maybe. Okay. So then storage account, before we go and create some disks and all, first and foremost thing that we need to do is creating a storage account, which I will do in few minutes. So what is a storage account, sir? If storage account is not created, nothing is possible. So first and foremost thing in storage, if you want to use storage, you have to create storage account. But sir, you all will comment and say, KD, hold on. Yesterday, when you created a disk, right, under disk section, nowhere, if I'm creating a new disk, sir, nowhere there is a name of storage account. You only check the names, please. For example, I'm creating a new disk. You will select RG, and then I will call it as KD new disk, and then you select region, South India, availability zone if there is anything, storage type, you leave it. Storage type, what's a disk? If you don't want to select disk also, you can just leave it off. No need to select anything. So did you notice one thing? No matter whatever option you are selecting, sir, no matter whatever option you are selecting, do you see option called storage account anywhere? There is no option
No, KD.
storage account anywhere. Storage account itself is not visible. Go to encryption, you will not see. Go to networking, you will not see. Go to advanced, you will not see. Go to tags, and obviously in review and create, it will not be there. So that means KD, but KD, you only said 2 minutes back that whenever you want to create a hard disk, first what is needed? Storage account is needed. I'm only saying that. But if you can see here, when I'm creating a disk, there is no question about storage account. So that question will be answered in few minutes if you can wait. So what happens is this disk that I am creating now is called as what?
Manage disk.
Heading manage disk. For manage disk also storage account is there, but Microsoft creates it internally. So they will. So without storage account, you cannot create any type of disk. So our first fundamental concept we should learn is what is storage account. Even for a managed disk, sir, in the background, there is storage account. But that is created by Microsoft. It is managed. That is why it's called as managed disk. Who manages everything? Microsoft manages everything. Now I'll wait for a second, so if there are any questions. So basics never change. Storage account is compulsory if you want to create any type of storage. You want to create a disk, You want to create a file share. You want to create a queue. You want to create a blob. You want to create a table. You want to create any of the 5 options on the screen. Storage account is compulsory. Except for what, sir?
Manage disk.
Managed disk. Except for managed disk, because as the name says, managed disk. So Microsoft manages it. It will take care of the storage account and all that internal stuff. See, sir, actually, the whole reason of creating. Okay, sir, 1 minute. Shall we go back to 2014 time machine? 2013, 1 year before 2014. Okay. Do you want to see in those days how virtual machines disk was added? Shall I show you? Irritation. If you're ready for irritation, I'll show you.
Okay, KD.
Before 2013. Now, sir, see, damn it, it's so easy. I mean, if you want to create a new disk, right? Just come and go to virtual machine, add it. It's ready. But sir, in olden days, when we used to do it in 2014, in the beginning of my Azure career starting, so 2014, 2014, 2013, let me show you this. So first of all, so 1 minute, watch. Yeah. So go to virtual machine. I'm creating a new virtual machine, sir. Another one. Okay. I'll call this as KD VM virtual machine. Unmanaged disk. Is the name sounding okay for everyone? Unmanaged, meaning if Microsoft doesn't manage disks, how it will be? If there was no concept called managed, when was managed disk concept launched in Azure? Okay, sir. 2017. Did I say 2014? I withdraw my statement. In 2014, 2013, 2014, 2015, so even at that era, right? To create an extra disk in a virtual machine, it was a pain. I will show you now. Please wait. So this came, it's a recently launched option. So imagine there is no concept called managed disk. Then you know what, sir? Watch this. What you have to do is, when you are creating virtual machine, create, all good. Everything is same. Nothing is going to change. Bear patience with me, sir. Just a minute. Go to disks. Select HDD. Sir, by default, what option is getting selected? Manage disk, right? Default. If you go to advanced, under disks, actually, if you go to the last bottom, just expand advanced, there's an option called what?
Use unmanaged.
Use managed disk.
Managed disk.
If I untick it, sir, if I can untick it, it becomes what? Unmanaged. But right now, do you see the selected image is too large for the OS cache and temp disk of the selected instance? That means what, sir? Okay, I'll select standard SSD. Is it giving an option? No. I'm selecting premium SSD. Is it giving an option? So problem is not with the SSD, HDD, what you're selecting. The problem is with the image. Image means Windows operating system, which you chose, right? That one, sir. So what I will do, let me pick a bit older operating system, if it is there, or maybe I'll pick a Linux operating system, if you're okay with it, sir. Hey, shall I pick this Windows Server 2012, sir, which is an old one?
Okay.
Or maybe Ubuntu old one, Ubuntu 18.04. Ubuntu 18.04, old one. Go to disks now. Can you see now what happened? If I remove it, sir? If I remove manage disk is selected, Microsoft is handling everything. If I remove manage disk option, then it is asking you, hey KD, oh, you are not going to use manage disk? No, I'm not going to use manage disk. Then do one thing, KD, create a what? A storage account. In the storage account, we will create one disk. So, sir, disks also are present inside storage account, hence proved. So storage account is the fundamental concept in Azure. If without storage account, nothing is possible, sir. Even your managed disks, sir, I will talk. What is managed, what is unmanaged? I'll do demo. Please have patience. Just wait. My question is, sir, please understand that any type of disk you create in Azure, except managed, anything you create, even managed also stores inside storage account only. But Microsoft doesn't show us that. So anything first storage account, inside storage account, you can do what you want, whether you want to create a blob, file, queue, table, disk. I'll wait here for a second. If there are any questions, please ask. So yesterday, I think I showed one slide also to all of you. Let me show that again. Yeah, see this? Managed disks, right, sir? It will look like managed disk is independent, but in fact, managed disk is present inside what, sir? Inside a
storage account.
Storage account. That's it. So they always say, right? So you know the story of Microsoft, right? How Microsoft became a very big company in the initial days. In the initial days, when Microsoft was like evolving company, they had a venture with IBM. Microsoft and IBM worked together in developing some operating systems. How come a company like Microsoft go and connect with IBM? Just asking. IBM is was like a big company back then, sir. And I'm talking about 1960s story, 1970 maybe. IBM, top-notch company. All the best scientists in the world were in IBM. Why will IBM and Microsoft connect? Microsoft is a bacha.
Hardware provider by IBM.
Sorry,
Yes.
sir?
Hardware provider, what you are using today is invention of the IBM.
PC, right? PC.
Yes.
Yeah,
That is hard disk, everything is
IBM. Everything. Storage also, hard disks are managed by IBM. IBM is like, salute to IBM from the wonderful days. But my question is, how did IBM trust Microsoft is my question. You know the story or you don't?
No.
Okay, then. The fact is, Bill Gates' mother was somehow connected with IBM because she's a legal lawyer and she was working with IBM for a lot of their legal complications, and there was a connect in the background, and that's how this collab happened. And you can check YouTube. YouTube has got all this open transparency. So that's where Microsoft later on. So that means nepotism in some other word, but anyways, jokes apart, sir. Managed disk looks like super managed, but sir, behind there is a storage account. There is a support. Without storage account, managed disk cannot sustain. Impossible. I don't know if the example is apt or not, but I hope you understood my emotion at least.
Right.
That's it. So okay, sir. So then without storage account, nothing can be done in storage. If that point is clear, shall we move on without wasting any more time? So see what I'll do. Let's halt everything, sir. Let's halt everything. Let me create two machines, okay? One machine we will create with managed disk, sir. Again, Unix, both Unix will create. One machine we will create with unmanaged disk. Let us see the difference. Are you ready? One disk with managed, one disk with unmanaged. Before doing all this, sir, I have to give you the story of storage account. Because without explaining storage account, I can't create unmanaged disk. So managed disk, unmanaged disk, we will talk. But before that, sir, help me how to create a storage account in Azure. Yesterday you saw it.
You have to go to storage account.
Yeah, so you just have to go to storage accounts. Okay. And in storage accounts, please click on create new storage account. So for what purpose you are going to use is your choice, sir. But just we are creating. Let me change my subscription to this, and then let me pick KD, our resource group. And then I'm creating a storage account, sir. KD, storage account. Okay, sir. I'll call STD. STD is what, sir? Standard storage account. Wait 1 minute. STD means standard because I'm selecting standard. There are two types of storage accounts, sir. Standard storage account and premium storage account. Premium storage account will give you SSDs, hard disk. Standard storage account will give you HDDs in simple words. Okay. So something like this. Okay. Watch this one now. Standard storage account and premium storage account. Supports SSDs. Supports HDDs. This is the first point, sir, in favor. This is the first point in favor of this. Okay, now, second point. So, in standard storage account, you can create disks also, blobs also. What are the options, sir? Disks, files. Remember the file names.
Files,
Blobs,
blocks, tables.
All you can. Okay, sir. Whereas in premium storage account, as of today, you can create disks and files only. If you want blob, queue, table, right? Those things, sorry, you can't use to premium storage account. So disks and files are here. Here also disks and files, but additionally you have blob, queue, table. So if Raghu wants to create a table in, I'll tell you what is a table, sir. Please wait. If Raghu wants to create a table, first Raghu should create what storage account? Standard storage account. If Mayank wants to create a blob, for example, then Mayank can choose what? Standard storage account. If Naveen wants to create files, Naveen can have an option to choose premium or standard. But Naveen, depending on what performance you want, sir, if you want an extremely high performance, then go for premium. You're okay with moderate performance, go for standard. And again, at the same time, Kirti wants to create disks. Kirti has got a choice. She can either pick standard or she can pick premium, depending on what performance she wants. Okay, done. So with that, but no more wasting time. I'll keep it like this. So we are picking two storage accounts. One is a standard storage account, other one is a premium, and I'll create in South India. That's it, sir. This option I will tell you in a few minutes from now. Please wait. Yeah. So for standard storage account, now once you create storage account, you will keep some data in it, right? Photos, videos, documents, whatever, sir, whatever you're going to keep. If you select LRS option, Nitin, for example, you created one storage account and you put some movies, you uploaded some movies to it. I mean, you created one storage account, you created a blob in it, you uploaded movies in it. You have around 10 movies. So, Nitin uploaded movies in Microsoft Data Center. So, when I select LRS, what it will do, sir? 3 copies for 10 movies, right? 3 copies of the movies will be stored in that building, that data center in that building in 3 separate disks. So 1 copy will be stored in, let's say, 1 rack, disk rack. Okay. 1 more 10 movie copy will be stored in another rack, sir, and 1 more. So Microsoft guarantees that 3 copies of the data will be maintained. KD, can I choose? No, I don't want any extra copies. 1 copy is sufficient. No. There's no option like that. So minimum 3 copies of data will be managed. Whatever data you are copying, three copies of it will be available. Second option, sir, which is nothing but LRS. LRS means locally redundant storage. Locally redundant storage. Redundant means duplicate. So 3 copies of your data will be available. Even if you copy 10 terabyte, 20 terabyte, 30 terabyte, how much ever data volume are you copying? So 3 copies Microsoft guarantees. Any question? And they'll charge you accordingly also. Please remember. Okay, done, sir. Next one is GRS, sir. GRS means 3 copies will be stored locally. 3 more copies will be stored in another region. For example, if I am in South India, 3 copies in Chennai, 3 copies in maybe Pune. Because I said maybe. I did not tell where in India, because India has got 3 data centers, right, sir? Central India still did not open up. So it goes obviously where? It should be within India only. It can't go outside India, right, sir? So Katie, then do I have a choice? 3 copies in South India. Can I keep 3 copies in Singapore, Southeast Asia? No. So that 3 extra copies where to be stored is not your choice, okay? Microsoft decides it. So for every region, there is a paired region, PAIRED, paired. For every region, there is a paired region. So for South India, obviously it is Central India. Paired region. Oh, you want proof? You want proof? Okay. Paired regions in Azure. See, sir, You can see the complete list, by the way. Paired regions in Azure. Come on. Yeah. So where is South India? For South India, what is a paired region, sir? Central India. This one you have to believe. 3 copies in South India plus 3 copies in Central India will be stored. For every region, mostly you'll find one paired region. Any questions anybody have? I'll wait for a second, sir. I'm just looking at you all, but just want to see you all going good or not. Can I move on, sir? Okay, then. So LRS, locally redundant storage. GRS, 3 copies locally, 3 copies there. And did you notice one small checkbox there below that, sir? Make read access to data available in the regional unavailability. Meaning, say, if this region is unavailable, South India is unavailable, allow my customers to read data from Central India. I repeat, sir, if South India is not available, allow my customers to read data from Central India. If Central India is not available, if my data is there, allow my customers to read data from South India. So, between the paired regions, what if I untick it? You can't read the data. South India crashed, for example, sir. Okay, then Microsoft will ensure that the data is available. Till they release it to you, you have to wait. Let's say they take half an hour, 1 hour, whatever time, so you have to wait. If read access is available there, you can go and access it immediately. So that's your choice, sir, whether you want to grant read access or not. If you don't grant read access, they have to recover from there. Till the time they recover, you have to wait. So I think it's a safe option. Please select it. So, sir, I repeat, 2 options, please. LRS means locally redundant storage. 3 copies will be saved in the same data center, in the same building, in different racks, storage racks. And 3 copies will be stored in another location. Selecting GRS. GRS is nothing but geo-redundant storage. Any questions anybody has? Any questions? Okay, done. So now, so same way, if you go for premium, right? In premium, do you see what is available? Only LRS. Only LRS. It's only LRS. The Geo is not available. That's okay. Go for standard. Done. So actually, you know what? This list doesn't stop here. Because I selected South India, you're only seeing 2 options. Everybody, please listen, sir. If by any chance, if I change it and keep it to Central India, now what, sir? You will be seeing 4 options. LRS. LRS means 3 copies locally, which you already are aware, in the same region, sir. I am sure you all know what it is. ZRS. 1 copy in one zone, 1 more copy in another zone, 1 more copy in another zone within the 3, because Central India is an availability zone. Please understand, sir. Central India is an availability zone. In availability zone, we have 3 zones, right? Minimum 2 to 3 zones. So your data will be available in 3 separate buildings. So you get building level safety. Got it, sir? And then GRS means 3 copies locally, 3 copies locally in one building. 3 copies in one building, and 3 copies in another location that you already know. So there is also a great combination called GZRS, 3 copies in 3 separate buildings, and 3 copies in another location. So GZRS, Geo Zone Redundant Storage. Am I confusing or is it clear? Okay, wait, sir. Wait, I think rather I should show this on a slide. So the picture is 1,000 times better than. Give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute. I have that picture for you. Redundancy. Where did I click? Just a second. Now, Yeah. So total. So look at the total possibilities, please. LRS means locally redundant storage. GRS means geo-redundant storage. ZRS means zone redundant storage. And fourth one is what, sir? GZRS, geo-zone redundant storage. Okay, so this 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, then let's do one thing, sir. Let me take paint quickly. Just bear with me. One second. Just want to show an image to all of you. I have, yeah, this one. So I think this picture is self-sufficient. Okay. So in primary region, primary region, sir, 3 copies will be managed, and 3 copies in if it is LRS, and 3 copies in another location if it is GRS. 3 plus 3, 6 copies total. Same thing, sir, same thing. This is what? So this is LRS. This is GRS. Okay. Now, if you do GZRS, take the same image. Take the same image, but one modification we have to do. What is that, sir? Bear with me 2 minutes. Yeah. Just a small modification we have to do. I have a slide. I'm just looking for it, but I'll show that later. Done. So 3 copies, right? 3 copies will be stored in
different zones. Zone
3
1,
different
zone 2,
zones.
zone 3.
That's it. 3 copies will be stored in 3 different zones. That is the only point I'm trying to tell, sir. Zone 1, zone 2, zone 3. Okay. And then 3 copies in another location will be stored in the same building. GZRS, I'm saying. Here in 3 separate zones. In zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, you have it. So which is safe, sir? Which one is the best one, do you think, is?
Geo zone.
GZRS, sir. Geo zone redundant storage is the best one because it is giving you building level safety. Plus, for example, this entire data center collapses, it's giving you application safety also. So GZRS is the best one. They will loot your money also same way. So it's like expensive option also, in other words. So your choice, please. So which option you want to go with is fine. And by the way, do you want to read data from your secondary region? Then it's called as, so sir, in the slide, if you can see, nothing. RA means read access. Read access. You're giving read access extra. So technically, there are mainly LRS, GRS, GZRS. So these are the main ones to be noted of.
Whatever changes we made in this primary source, same changes will be applied in the secondary source.
Correct, sir. Okay, so great point you raised. Thank you. That was my next wordings actually. So in LRS, right, these 3 are synchronously updated. Meaning, if you make, let's say 10 movies, right, Nitin, you copied 11th movie by any chance. Immediately, the 11th movie will be copied everywhere. Or you edited the movie, sir, 50 minutes movie, you made 40 minutes, example I'm saying. So that will be immediately synchronized. So they are synchronously updated. Immediate. Second one, sir, in GRS, these are synchronously updated, but those are asynchronously updated, later on updated. Not meaning there will be timeline. There will be timeline. Microsoft guarantees some timelines for it. Here also, sir, between the 3 zones, you already know, right? Between zones, latency is less than 2 milliseconds. Very, very fast, right, sir? So between them, synchronous, and again, this will be asynchronous. Same story. Good question. Good point, Naveen. Thank you, sir.
In zones, just one copy each.
In zones, one copy. Yes,
One copy.
one copy each.
In LRS, read access is not given.
LRS, there is no read access because it's a 3 copies you are maintaining internally and there is no read access granted. Only for the separate zone. If you keep in different location, they are giving read access option. So RAGRS is available. RAGZRS, wherever G comes, right, sir, there only read access is being granted. Any questions? Can we move on?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, sir. Chalo, let's get this completed. So I'm minimizing. No, actually, I had another slide, so let me pull it off. I don't know where I kept it, but I have to double check once. Okay. Going back to the demo. So, any questions on the redundancy option? If you can go here and we can click on learn more, those options are already mentioned. So it's okay. We already covered, so we'll not waste our time. So standard premium done. So I'm creating a standard account first, then we'll create a premium account. And read access, if you want to make it, but I don't want to waste money. So shall I keep it LRS only? And then also I'll change it to South India, best option.
KD, in central India, in premium, how many options will come?
In Central India?
Premium had only one option, right? LRS.
Premium always will give us only one.
Only LRS.
They are very expensive SSDs, right? So they can't maintain multiple copies, 3 copies here, 3 copies there. It becomes very tough for premium storage. It's very costly. That's why they don't have multiple copies. Premium only LRS. Okay, can we move on? With your approval, sir. Okay, done. So we are creating storage account. Please note. For what we will use is later, sir. First, we are creating storage account. Done. Completed. I'm not selecting anything else. Going and review and creating. Create the storage account. And then we'll create second storage account, sir. Premium wala. Creating. While it is deploying, I'll go to storage account again. Let's go to storage account again. Let's create a premium one also in parallel, so to save time. Okay, done. So I'll change I'll keep KD. Done. And then I'm giving a name, sir. But this time it will be storage account PRE. Premium. Okay. I'll select South India. And I'm keeping premium this time. So look at this. I told you, right? In premium storage account, open the notepad once and see. In premium storage account, what can you create, sir?
Disk
And files, right? One minute. I only said that. Now watch here. You can create what? Blocks.
Blocks, page blocks.
So don't mention disks. Blobs. But KD, why did you mention disks? I will tell you later. So blobs and files. So let's modify that because what you see is what you need to confirm, right? You're seeing blobs here, so it's blobs. And you are seeing file share. So you can create that or this. Any questions? Okay. Then redundancy option, LRS. That's all. Premium storage. So when you are creating premium storage, you should tell, hey, I'm creating premium storage for what purpose? Blobs purpose. Or I'm creating premium storage for file share purpose, or I'm creating for blob, or I'll talk about what is blob, page blob, sir. So for what purpose you are creating, you should mention. But whereas for standard storage, sir, you will create, that's it. After creation, you will decide whether you want to use it for disks, whether you want to use it for blob, file, queue, table. That's the beauty. But here you have to tell why you are creating. Okay, sir. Let's assume that page blobs. Okay, that's all. That is how you create a storage account, frankly speaking. Whether it is standard or whether it is premium, anything.
Can you go to redundancy option?
Sorry?
Can you please go to redundancy option?
for premium storage. Sorry, I clicked on
Yes,
submit.
yes.
In premium storage, redundancy option has only LRS, sir. Only LRS. You
Yeah,
want
that is what.
Shall I go there?
Unable to view this GRS and
Your audio is not clear. I'm so sorry. Your audio is not clear, sir, for some reason.
network issue.
Is it for me only? Everybody else?
No, network
There's
issue
some
from one
disturbance.
side.
So are you able to hear what Naveen is saying? Others?
Some
No,
disturbance.
no,
KD.
No, Naveen, we can't hear you, Naveen.
The network issue from my side.
Yeah, Naveen, it's here. Please tell me. Yes, Naveen, tell me. See, sir, if I am selecting South India, South India is not a availability zone. So I only have LRS. If I am selecting Central India, which is an availability zone, Pune.
Down KD.
Oops, I'm sorry, sir. Central India. Okay. Then I have two options. Oops. It's not a zone. It is an availability zone, right? Okay. Let me pick East US, sir. Here also they gave only one. East US.
On the top.
Yeah. So for East US, they gave two options. So, but most of the other data centers, it is only LRS. Maybe East US is a very sophisticated data region. They would have given this option. But anyways, LRS is the default option here. So what was the question you're asking? I mean, where you want me to go here?
Redundancy.
Redundancy. Yes, sir. Redundancy is selected. What do you want me to verify there?
So for this premium, we have only local redundancy storage. No other option, I think.
Repeat that, sir. For premium, we have only local is available. Correct. And you can also see if it is East US, then zone is also
Is there
available.
any reason for that? My question was, is there any reason for that?
No.
Why we are unable to see this zero redundancy?
Reason is only one thing, sir. Premium storage is very expensive. Premium storage is very, very expensive. SSDs. So you can't afford three copies somewhere and all that. So they can't afford at the moment. Even customer can't afford, even Microsoft also has space exhausting and all. That's why they kept it like this.
Okay, great.
So you know, right, SSD costs are like too high. So okay, then finally, sir, both storage accounts are ready. One premium storage account and one standard storage account. Now time to create two VMs. Sir. One VM we will create managed. One VM we will create unmanaged. Are you ready? Yes, sir. One VM managed, one VM unmanaged. So go to virtual machine. So without selecting any option blindly, if you create VM, make it for sure. What is it? Managed disk. Because Microsoft by default recommends managed disks only. Okay, wait, sir. So let's say first I'm KD-. No, we already have. Just a minute. Done. I selected the resource group. KD- managed already we created multiple times. So let me create unmanaged first. Unmanaged disk -VM. Okay, and select South India. Fine. And so sorry, Windows 2016 operating system is not allowing us to select what, sir?
Unmanaged.
Manage disk option. The image is not allowing us. Okay, that is why I'm saying change the image to something else. Let me pick Windows 2012, old operating system, sir. Let me see if that is allowing. Yes, it is allowing. See. Okay, Windows 2012. Shall I select? If you all are okay, sir. Old operating system, bit old. Everyone.
Okay.
Windows 2012, old operating system. Okay, perfect, sir. Then I selected that. Then let me pick username. created. Rest all you just ignore, sir. Going into disks option, I'm removing manage disk option, please. I don't want to manage disk, sir. See, sir, Microsoft efforts, right? They want to tempt you. They want to push you. They want to throw you into manage disk option. That is why, sir, recommendations. Hey, what are you doing? Mistake. We recommend manage disks. So what? You recommend. I don't have to follow. It's my choice. So we will, sir, look at this. If you untick manage disk, it will ask you, hey, what's the storage account you want to store? So do down arrow. So we already created one standard storage account, right? STD wala. I'm selecting that. So what happens is, in that standard storage account, sir, please listen carefully. In that standard storage account, one file will be created. That file is nothing but your hard disk. That is nothing but unmanaged disk. If you want proof, just wait and watch, sir. Shall I continue? Oh, okay, 1 minute, sir. Wait. You should know this also. Because I selected HDD, sir, because I selected HDD, I am able to choose what? Standard one. What if I select SSD?
You're not able to put
down.
for standard.
Come down. Then you can't use standard. Then you have to use what, sir? Premium. So premium disk, if you want, then please select premium SSD on the top. Standard hard disk you're good with, then select standard hard disk at the bottom. Am I making sense to everybody, sir? That is why you have two types of storage accounts. Standard storage account for HDD, hard disks, premium storage account for SSDs. Or KD, what if I select standard SSD? Even if you pick standard SSD, please see, sir. Standard SSDs don't support unmanaged. So your option is what? Either premium SSD or standard HDD. Standard HDD means you will pick a storage account, standard storage account. Premium SSD means you will pick premium storage account. You tell me what shall I do, sir? I will select that one depending on your suggestion. What shall I pick? HDD or SSD? HDD. Okay, I'm your choice, sir. It's your choice. So okay, and then I'm picking HDD. Then come down, select the right storage account, which I did. Okay. Now hit next. Remaining all options are same again. Nothing is going to change. Advanced. Everything is same, sir. Nothing is going to change. Management. You can turn off my automatic updates, monitoring. You can turn off the monitoring if you don't want. Advanced. That's it. SQL Server settings. Okay. So this is a little different. Ignore this one. Ignore this one. Ignore this one. Okay. So I'm creating this one.
So this is 2012 with SQL.
With the SQL Server. This is a operating system with database in it. So now this will take some time to create, let it create. But have you understood the concept, sir? So in the past, how you created virtual machines was different. This one is different because those all were like with managed disk. Microsoft was handling the storage in the background. Here it is unmanaged. You are handling the storage in the foreground. You will manage everything. Now, so 1 minute. Here you have to see one more thing, sir. If disk is exhausted, how to add extra disk? Adding disk in managed disk is easy. You will go to what? Open virtual machine.
Disk.
Disks.
Add
a disk. It was damn easy. In unmanaged, not like that. So you will see now. I'll show the torture or the pain.
KD, what is the difference between managed disk and unmanaged?
That's where we are heading now. What are the main differences? We'll talk.
So unmanaged, is there any benefit to us?
See, managed is expensive. Let's be frank.
Okay.
So there are pros and cons. Pros and cons. Managed disk has got advantages. Unmanaged disk has got its own disadvantages, also advantages also. Managed disk also has got advantages, also disadvantages also. So mostly advantages are more for managed disk. That is why it's recommended. So what is that? We will talk tomorrow morning, as I said, because it will take at least 30 minutes plus to explain every point by point. So let's do that tomorrow.
But if managed is costlier than unmanaged.
No doubt. But again, leaving Microsoft recommendations, and nowadays everybody are using managed disks only. Then KD, why are you wasting time by discussing unmanaged disks? Because the concept is there and we have to know, and it's an interview question, sir. difference between managed disk and unmanaged disk is a very, very common interview question. So that also we have to cover. But normally in real scenarios, we'll always use managed disks only. Nobody is using unmanaged. The risk is very high. Risk is very high for unmanaged disk. If something happens, risk is extremely high. This will take a little time, 2 minutes. So anyways, while this is going on, right? Shall we create one managed disk one also? Just one, just like that, right? Same, sir, same SQL server, same thing. Let me create one more. Help me this time.
KD.
Yeah. So we'll call it as KD,
KD.
managed disk, sir.
Managed disk VM.
-VM. Okay, so one unmanaged, one managed. Everything will be same, absolutely. South India, no redundancy. Yeah, SQL server 2012, same, sir. Your image, username, and password. Same thing, but only difference is here we will not under disk, sir. I'll select HDD, but we will not go to advanced and remove it. We will not. We will keep it like that. So self-managed. Microsoft manages. So remember, sir, here also there is storage account. Please, that's what I'm trying to. My Gosha is that only. Here also we have storage account. There also we have storage account. There you are controlling. Sorry, you are creating. You are controlling. Here they are creating. They are controlling. For us, it is like a candy, covered candy. They are like, sugar coated. They are handling everything. That's all, sir. Thank you. I hope you understood by now what I am saying. Thank you. Any questions anybody have? Okay. Monitoring disabled, advanced SQL server settings, enable.
KD.
Yeah.
When you're doing unmanaged thing, in monitoring, that option was something else, right? Alerts.
Same thing. No, monitoring doesn't change. Everything is
okay.
Actually, this is 2012, right? Old operating system. Options look a little different than our.
So here we are creating storage account, right? We are not connecting any disk, right?
Here, you're talking about unmanaged, right, sir? And I mean, are you talking about managed?
Managed.
Managed, we are creating disk. That's it. No storage account, nothing. In unmanaged, we
are creating unmanaged storage account. That's it. No.
Right. In unmanaged disk, first you are creating storage account. Then you are creating a virtual machine and telling virtual machine.
We didn't connect any disk, right?
Sorry?
So till now we didn't connect any disk, right? Like extra disk or anything.
For which one are you referring to? Unmanaged.
Unmanaged.
So you will tell the storage account, it will create a 128 GB disk inside, 127 GB disk.
So automatically it will create 110.
Not a disk, sir, it's a file. That's what is the difference I want to show. If both are ready, right? I can show you, hey, this is how managed looks. Hey, this is how unmanaged looks. In managed, this happened. In unmanaged, this happened. That's what I want to show. Just give me 2-3 minutes. So at least the concept is clear, right? Self-managed, Microsoft managed. Self-managed is pain, sir. You need to keep monitoring. Space is there or not, space is exhausted or not. Whenever space is exhausted, again, next file you have to add. All self-management, painful. Okay. And then, sir, there is no safety also. Sir, I can talk about the points. I can directly start now, but I want to show you and then talk. Tomorrow morning, and as we start the class, sir, I have an Excel sheet where managed and unmanaged points are written. I will show you those. Yes, Vishwa.
The space is more, the space is full. We need to increase our self-storage.
One question I half understood, but you're saying is like in unmanaged, if space is full, space is full, to increase what to do? Is that the question?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we will do that. That's the whole purpose of creating these 2 VMs is to show you that only. Give me a few minutes. So in managed, you already saw how to expand, right? You will go to that disks option, dynamically expand and go and extend the volume inside the operating system. Simple. It's easy, but here you will see. Again, you also have a bandwidth issue, I believe. Am I right, sir? Everybody else same issue, right? Can't hear. Yeah, it's breaking up. Vishwa.
In managed VM.
1 minute, sir. Looks like our deployment failed. Unmanaged worked. Something failed. One minute, sir. Just let's see what happened. Oh, okay, damn. I didn't give proper key vault name. Might have to redeploy. Oh, sandbox. Done. South India. South India. Manage disk. So nothing. It's called as ARM template. Okay, then no. Let's not go here. Let's create a fresh one. Ignore it. Go to virtual machine. I'm creating. So unmanaged disk was successful. Managed disk failed. I'm just checking it, sir. Just
Is it that you did not give the SQL server setting something?
it was a problem with SQL server setting. I did not select a proper one. Let me do it again. Just a second. So just 2 minutes. So please don't get deviated. Please be connected because this option is very, very important, sir. And again, a crucial interview question as well. So henceforth, I'm requesting all of you. So yeah, this is managed only. You're not disturbing it. Networking. Nothing is changing. Management. Manual updates. Monitoring. Disabled. SQL Server settings. Enable. By mistake, I enabled vaults. Actually not required. By mistake, I enabled vault in the last demo. Anyways, this is SQL Server settings. You can ignore this one completely. My mistake, I enabled vault. I'm sorry. Now it will work. Okay, so anyways, unmanaged is created, right? Let's play with unmanaged now. Managed is anyways creating. Let it do its job. Let's go and play with unmanaged. So go to virtual machines once. Put a KD filter, or maybe in your scenario, you can see your VMs. Yeah. So we're talking about unmanaged disk. So I'm an unmanaged disk. Go to disks. What it is saying?
Ultra disk.
No. If you notice here something, what is it saying? Ultra disk is okay, but did you notice anything, sir? Here.
Okay, migrate to managed.
Migrate to managed.
Boss, kya kar rahe ho? What are you doing in unmanaged concept? Old legacy concept, come to managed. So it's you. Once you upgrade, so you can't go back to managed. Unmanaged, got it? Once you move from unmanaged to managed, right? It's a one-way ticket, so you can't go back to unmanaged again. Not possible. Okay, these are restrictions from Microsoft, so it's okay. So now, 1 minute, sir. So this is unmanaged disk, right? It is 127 GB, right? Shall we expand it?
Yeah.
Right, sir? No, before you expand, sir, first of all, let me take you to storage account that you created we created few minutes back. Storage account. Which one? Standard one, because we did not get it inside premium, so inside standard. In the standard, do you see containers option here?
Yes.
Please go to containers. Inside containers, do you see VHD? VHD means virtual hard disk. Go to VHD, sir. Inside that, do you see the 2 disks that you have created? But KD, I created only 1 disk. Yes, sir. Actually, it creates internally 2 disks. SQL Server, right? SQL Server. It creates 2 disks. Database. So one is a operating system disk. First one. This is 127 GB. So technically speaking, so in olden days, what was a disk? Disk was just a hard disk that you are adding. In olden days, what was disk? Disk was kind of a
hard disk
file. It's a file. Okay, 1 minute. If you are not believing what I'm saying, just a minute. In my desktop, I have Oracle VirtualBox. I've already showed it in the past to you. One more time, I'm showing. I'll open Oracle VirtualBox. I'll create a new virtual machine, sir. Got it? So I'll call it as KD-VM on-prem VM1 example. I'm going to create Windows 10, 64-bit, Windows 10 9. Let's go for Windows 2016. Where is it, sir? My eyes are bad. Windows 2016.
On the top, it went.
Oh, is it?
2012 is there? Yeah,
Windows
just
2016. Yeah, hit next. And so you're giving RAM, you're giving CPU, hit next. And then after that, you're giving what, sir? 50 GB hard disk?
Yeah.
Where is the hard disk coming from, sir? Hard disk is VHD file. Hit next. Finish. Now the virtual machine is created. Now go to C:\VMs folder, sir. This is the one that I created just now. Inside that, what is a hard disk, sir?
VDI.
VDI. VDI is nothing but virtual desktop image or something. VDI. So, in Azure, it is VHD. In Azure, it is what?
VHD.
It is created in one storage account. That's your hard disk, sir. If you want to increase the space, increase the file space, right? Increase it. Tomorrow morning, I'll show, sir. And I'll leave it. It's okay. So tomorrow morning, let me show you this, how to expand the disk. This is 1 TB, right? Shall we make it 2 TB tomorrow? And this is the operating system drive is 127 GB, right? We'll make it 512 GB. We'll do that. Sir. We'll do that. How to make it? Okay. Go to virtual machines. Unmanaged disk. Go to disks. This is your disk, right, sir? This disk. Oh, first, should I shut down the VM?
Yes.
See, now, so if you click on this one, it's not allowing you to modify. If you click on this one also, it is not allowing you to modify. So KD, what to do? So stop the virtual machine if you want. Tomorrow morning I'll show you, but just showing it up once. Yeah, this is unmanaged disk, right? Stop the VM to increase the size. I stopped. Then, sir? Okay, let it stop first. Go to disks and expand. But where is the expand option? I will show. Let's see. Deployment is complete. Still stopping the VM. Okay, so shall we continue? I think it will be confusion. We'll stop here because at least today, if you understood that there are two ways of creating virtual machines with a managed disk and with an unmanaged disk. If that message is conveyed, sir, tomorrow let's continue rather than spoiling as stretching and again for spoiling the understood stuff. So what is exactly unmanaged? What is managed? How do we edit? How do we increase the size here? So we never know. In a next company, wherever you are joining or wherever you have joined or joining, they may have unmanaged this. Then what will you do? So it's important to know, sir. That's why we are discussing this one. Who knows, sir? Maybe your company is doing some budget cost analysis and they are saving cost by not using managed this. So you have to support that. For that, you should know this. So assume in that way that in the next company, you might have unmanaged disk and then you learn it. So let's see how to expand it tomorrow. Tomorrow we will see that. Vishwa, are you saying something? If your audio is breaking, you want to type the question in the chat, sir, because for some reason we are not able to hear you. No, there are no questions. Then, sir, VM is stopping. Tomorrow morning, let's continue this one. Let's complete the unmanaged expansion. So from 127 GB, let's expand it. Or what is the best way? We will see. VM is still not stopped. Okay, let's chill. Okay. Tomorrow morning, can we connect? The video is already uploaded of yesterday, sir. Today I'll also do. You can go and verify if you want. And content is being released. We're still talking. Lab will be planned very shortly, 2 to 3 days. That's it. Done? Thank you, sir. Let's see tomorrow morning. Same place, signing off.
Thanks.
Have a
Thank you,
fantastic.
sir.
KD. Bye.
Bye.